Hi, I'm the nature guy at Camp Au Sable, and welcome to our next nature nugget. I hope you're having a good summer. Today I want to talk to you about the turtles that live at Camp Au Sable. Now, all along I've been saying there's two types of turtles, and I've got some samples here to show you. So this is our painted turtle. Painted turtles have a lot of color on them, so they're named painted turtle. They had all the stripes on their head, the yellows, and then a lot of red on the sides and their legs. And the bottom is a pretty light color. So a painted turtle is kind of maybe a good name. But he's a little feisty sometimes. He's you got to be careful with a painted turtle. They'll bite at you. So painted turtle, turtle species number one. The other one is the snapping turtle, and I've got one of those. Be careful, here it comes. Actually, it's just a little wee one. This one's about 4 years old, and it is a snapping turtle. Now, you realize that snapping turtles don't have a full shell underneath. They just have a partial one, so all their legs and stuff are pretty exposed. But when you're a snapping turtle, you don't really have to care about enemies too much because you can snap. Now, this guy is kind of quiet right now because I had him in a bucket. He's a little startled, but they have a very long neck. And that's why snapping turtles are so effective at snapping, is they stay coiled up like this, but that head can stick out this far. In fact, this finger right now is in a little bit of jeopardy. So their neck is about 2/3 the length of their body. So I'm glad this guy's kind of having a snooze right now. But they've got a very sharp bill right here. That beak on the end is very sharp, and they also have very sharp claws. So when this guy's scared because he's small and he's not sure about what's going on, but those claws can be kind of dangerous. And when you hold a snapping turtle, you have to be very careful because that head can come back and bite you. So really the only safe way is to hold them by their tail if you've got a great big one. And I've carried 20-pound snapping turtles before that way, and they're reaching out and trying to get at you. But this guy's just kind of playing shy today. So that's the two types of turtles that we knew we had at Camp Au Sable. But this year, during teen camp, we found turtle number 3. There are 3 types of turtles that live at Camp Au Sable. We had no idea. So you see what we did earlier on when I first started here about 10 years ago, we kind of surveyed the lake and the wetland. That's the beaver ponds are behind me here. We went all around sort of in an organized way to try to find out what species of turtles. And we watched, of course, all the time when they come up in the spring, up on the bank to lay their eggs. And it was always painted turtles and snapping turtles. But this year in Boys Village, they found a Blandings turtle. And this is a picture of the Blandings turtle that they saw. A Blandings turtle has a yellow throat. It has little yellow spots on its shell, but the shell is so dirty and in the mucky water, you hardly ever notice it. But this really bright yellow throat gives it away. And what's really neat about Blandings turtles is that, well, it's maybe not so neat for the turtle, but they're rather scarce. They're not on the endangered species list, but they're about as close as you can be without being on the endangered species list. There's a few more of them in Ontario, but Michigan, it's a rare turtle to find. And so we have them here in our lake. I don't know if they've just moved in or if they've been hiding out for the last 10 years and we didn't know. So what's the lesson we can learn from these turtles at camp? Well, I think that the turtle story kind of reminds me about missions, okay? Sometimes you can be very deliberate and go somewhere to be a missionary. Just like we were deliberate and we went and we tried to figure out which turtles were here at camp. But you can also be a missionary just by chance, just where you are. Just like those guys in Boys Village, they weren't on a turtle hunt, but they found this rare turtle and they're going by their cabin. Took a picture of it and sent it to me. I never even got to see it. So that's kind of the way it is with us. Wherever we are, we could find someone who needs our help. That's really a definition of a missionary, isn't it? Right? You don't have to go somewhere far away on an organized trip. You can be a missionary right where you are, in your home, in your school, in your church, in your community, wherever you are. Look for people that need a hand, and you're being a missionary. That's it for this week. See you next time. Bye now.